Hi, and welcome to Chapter 19, Diseases of the Digestive System. Okay, so with the digestive system, we're going to be really utilizing a lot of combination codes and to many of the exclusion notes in this chapter. So when you're looking up a code and then you double check it in the tabular, make sure you look to see if they're telling you to exclude something, add another code. Make sure you pay attention to what they're asking you to do. Here are some of this first part here is just telling you definitions. Again, review them. I'm not going to go through and tell you which each of these are. You should have learned this in anatomy and physiology. So we get into with hemorrhage of the anus and rectum. Again, we also have hemorrhoids. The thing is with that, make sure you look at the relationship and then you code both if there is one. Many diseases of the esophagus. Again, just be specific when looking. All right, so we also have ulcers, K27 category. And make sure you look to see exactly where that ulcer is at. What part of the digestive system? Okay, we have a lot of different areas. Is there associated bleeding, perforation? Again, be specific when looking for your code. Complication codes. We do have complications codes for colostomy. These are K codes. Okay, a lot of things going on here will be K codes. That's basically the digestive system coding. And we have a gastrostomy, which is the K94. Again, we want to know if there's anything additional for infection, like did they get cellulitis? Okay, I always tell students one of the biggest things here too is diverticulosis and diverticulitis. If we have both, make sure you use both and code diverticulitis with diverticulosis, tongue twister. So again, code the most specific. Don't do two codes if you can get by with one code. As you can see here, we have quite a few different codes. You know, these are different parts of the colon. Where did it happen at? So again, attention to detail. Congenital acquired, everybody knows congenital, you're born with it. We also have colon polyps, okay? Different codes for those. And then kind of look, because you want to know polyp of the colon, you know, is a benign. So if it is, then we're going to go to the neoplasm table, or you're going to code it as benign. If the doctor states that a patient had a history, we're going to use that Z code for history of the neoplasm, digestive system, colon polyp, and we have procedures with our procedures in the GI system. They're going to be looking at the roots change, inspection, removal, revision, and then know your anatomy. Upper intestinal tract, lower, what's in the upper? Know your esophagus down to the duodenum. So again, know what parts are what. You need to do some studying. Okay, so with that, those are the big coding things. You know, now we're going to get into some procedures here. We have the liver. We just want to know here if we have cholecystitis with the calculus. Is it acute? Is it a chronic? Is it both acute and a chronic? All right, so a lot of good anatomy in this PowerPoint, so make sure you study up on it. Okay, so we have adhesions, peritoneal. We have a lot of different ones. One thing I always tell students with adhesions, like lice of adhesions, if the doctor is coding them, and those could be from somebody from previous scar tissues, that they got to get through that scar tissue to get where they need to go to what organ, because there could be so much scar tissue actually holding up that surgery before they can get to where they need to go. Again, numerous adhesions requiring a long time to lyse, adhesions involving. So then in doubt, we always say query the physician. That means write up a query process, send it to the physician, and ask them your questions. All right, so hernia repair. Some things with hernia repair, you want to know if it's through a scope Open, you don't hear of too many opens anymore. You want to know if it's bilateral, unilateral. Usually you're going to do the root operation repair, okay? And sometimes we do the supplement if they're using a mesh or graft. So those are a couple of things to pay attention to. We also have appendicitis. Okay. So codes for diarrhea and constipation. So I think that just really, again, wraps it up. With this section, again, not any big coding rules, just know your anatomy. Take the time to read through this PowerPoint and be familiar with the whole digestive process. As I've stated in past videos, make sure you, again, code as far as you can code. And if one code covers everything, use that one code. If you need more than one code, then of course you're going to have to add two. You want that whole statement or whole diagnosis coded.